You got live?
Going live. Trying to go live. Connecting to live video. Hello everyone. If you can hear me, please say something in the chat. Let's see who's here.
And you're here.
Okay, excellent. Alright, let me get my presentation up and we can get started as soon as we let a few more people rejoin. Good, I'm glad you're here. Luciana, Alba, Suzette. Alright. Time to get CUUPs started. Alright. CUUPs is going live. Okay, so let's get our ritual started. Red, would you start us with the ritual?
Oh, okay. So, I'm gonna start the opening ritual here. Our first candle is the remembrance candle.
Those who are remembered, live.
Second candle is our healing candle. This third candle will start our ritual opening.
Moonpath? Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Moonpath children, in this place, together weave our sacred space. Mirth and magic call us here. Join in love, we banish fear. Light this candle, burn it bright. Push now back the walls of night. The flame inside us is set to glow. Fan it fast and watch it grow. We meet together once each week. Answer questions, friends we seek. Life and meaning, frown and grin. What we seek is found within. Blessed be, so mote it be.
Card carrying, cauldron stirring, the witch.
Welcome all. And it's time to get started with our presentation. If you have snacks, it would be snack time right now. Go ahead and open them up. And if you have a notebook or something you want to take notes with, I did attach some PDFs to download, so you have all the notes that you can use afterwards. So you can see the entire presentation in a PDF format. All right, we're going to get started. Let me switch back over to my slides. Okay. Okay, runes, the language of magic. Odin is a god of many things, and relentless seeker of knowledge and wisdom are chief attributes. He is Odin the One-Eyed because of his sacrifice of his eye in Mimir's well. Among the roots of Yggdrasil in order to drink the waters of wisdom. Another sacrifice Odin made was for the runes. The runes are a script used for writing, but unlike the utilitarian Latin alphabet, the runes were symbols for the forces of nature. In fact, the word rune and its cognates across past and present Germanic languages means both letter and secret or mystery. Calling on the runes allows one to access and interact with these world-shaping forces. By taking up the runes, Odin was unlocking a potent system of magic. At the center of the cosmos stands the great tree Yggdrasil. Its branches cradle the 9 worlds. Yggdrasil grows out of the well of Od, a pool whose fathomless depths hold many of the most powerful forces and beings in the cosmos. Among these beings are the Norns, 3 sageous maidens who create the fates of all beings. One of the foremost techniques they use for shaping the fates is carving runes into Yggdrasil's trunk. The symbols they carry through the tree, affecting everything. Odin envied the Norns' power and wisdom. He knew the runes' native home is the Well of Erd. With the Norns and the runes, he knew the runes do not reveal themselves to any but those who prove themselves worthy of such fearful insight and ability. Odin hung himself from a branch of Yggdrasil. Odin pierced himself with his spear. Odin peered down into the waters below. Odin forbade any to grant him the slightest aid, not even a sip of water. He survived in this state, teetering on the precipice that separated the living and the dead, for no less than 9 days and nights. At the end of the 9 nights, in the depths, he perceived the runes. Accepting his sacrifice, they revealed themselves. This is what I think of when I see the Hanged Man, the card that suggests ultimate surrender, sacrifice, or being suspended in time. So let's hear it in Odin's own words. In the Havamal, Odin recounts his self-sacrifice. I know that I hung on a windy tree 9 long nights, wounded with a spear, dedicated to Odin, myself to myself, on that tree of which no man knows, from where its roots run. No bread did they give me, nor a drink from a horn. Downward I peered. I took up the runes. Screaming I took them. Then I fell back from there. Having been initiated into the mysteries of the runes, Odin recounted, Then I was fertilized and became wise. I truly grew and thrived. From a word to a word, I was led to a word. From a work to a work, I was led to a work. Runes are the letters in a set of related alphabets. The oldest form of the runic alphabets that we have found is the Elder Futhark. The earliest known sequential list of the full set of 24 runes dates to approximately AD 400 and is found on the Kilverstone in Gotland, Sweden. Here is that stone. Like our alphabet, the letters of the Futhark each make a sound. When you compare the sounds each Futhark rune makes to the letter in the alphabet, if you look at the letters associated with the first 6 runes, you will see where the word Futhark comes from. Futhark. A-R-K. Futhark. Now there are many different interpreted meanings associated with each of the runes. We're going to go through them all. But let me first give a concept of what we can do once we've learned the runes. We can incorporate them into our magical practices. One way that we do that is through rune sigils. Runes can be incorporated into our personal magical practice in many ways. One common form of rune magic is as a sigil. Rune scripts. A rune script is not a word, it is more like a sentence, a series of runes, each applying their own meanings and enhancing each other. You may find significance to the number of runes and the order and their order. What is most important is their meaning and how they align with your magical intention. So the example of a rune script here is a traveling talisman. This is an example used for safe travel. It uses the rune Rido, which means riding, Iruz for strength, Irwaz for horse, and Kenaz for beacon. The script tells a story of traveling with strength and in good health along a well-lit path. Both Rido and Iwas are used for safe travels. Between them is Urus for strength. Kenaz represents light illuminating the path. The position of Kenaz at the right in a forward position evokes forward movement. Now let's talk about bind runes. Bind runes, like scripts, use two or more runes. They're superimposed, used together, and their physical arrangement creates something new. This example is a bind rune for sacrifice made for protection, like in the hunt. Another example of a bind rune, this one is for healing. In this example, the bind rune for healing is used to the rune Dagaz, for day or dawn, Tiwaz, courage or strength, and Perthro, birth, revolution. The center rune is Dagaz, flanked on either side by Perthro. A double version of Tiwaz runs vertically through the center. In this case, they emphasized symmetry, which helps sympathize with this purpose of healing. As you can see, the arrangement of the runes, the orientation, doesn't matter what direction they're going in. So let me take a moment to mention red runes. Some New Age sources claim that runes must be red or written in blood in order to be activated. Many others disagree. I have found a couple sources that could account for these blood runes. In the Vita Asgari, written in about 875 CE, it accounts casting lots, or chips. They would be marked, possibly with sacrificial blood, and then shaken and thrown like dice. And the way they land is used to understand the significance. This is very similar to casting the runes, a more advanced form of divination. Another source is in the Egil saga, written about 1240 AD. It includes a scene where Egil discovers and destroys a poisoned drink prepared for him by cutting runes on the drinking horn and cutting his hand, painting the runes with his blood. So now let's talk about runic divination. The runes can be part of your communication with the divine, or tap into hidden knowledge. Remember, the future is always shifting according to what is happening in the present. For the clearest readings possible, find a calm, quiet place to work. Take the time to clear your mind. Meditate if you can. Breathe deeply and slowly, and then think about your question. There are many ways to use runes for divination. Some advanced ways include casting the runes, as we mentioned earlier. But that involves not just interpreting the runes, but how they land and how they connect with each other. Before we can do that, you first need to be comfortable with the runes. Learn the runes like a vocabulary. So to do that, you can start practicing with a much more simple form of divination. The simplest way is to draw a single rune. So meditate on your question, reach into your bag of runes, and pull one out. It's that simple. This is often called Odin's rune, because it only uses one. If you want to get a little bit more advanced, you could do a 3 rune spread, where you draw one rune for past, present, and future. You have the option of interpreting reverse runes. If you place them blindly, a reverse rune may be interpreted if it is upside down or backwards, depending on the medium of your runes. Runes on flat discs can be reversed or hidden if they fall face down, like a coin. Runes on cards or rectangular chips can be reversed if they are upside down. You decide what makes sense to you. As far as we know, the concept of reverse runes is a modern innovation, akin to tarot card reading. The Elder Futhark, used for writing Proto-Norse, consists of 24 runes that often are arranged in 3 groups of 8. Each group is referred to as an eta, or family. The first group of 8 runes are Frey's eta. Some interpretations call it Freyr and other Freyas. My interpretations include both gods as a dualistic entity, calling on Frey's eta, or their family of runes. So one interpretation of the runes of this eta are that they speak to what is needed for basic existence on Earth, for experiencing and interacting with other humans, as well as the divine, and for living a fulfilling life. Note that the meanings listed here are common interpreted meanings, not necessarily the literal translations, which we are going to get into both as we go through each of the runes now. The first rune is Fehu. Just a minute. Shift to get comfortable here. So, Fehu transliteration here tells us what sound it makes, and I've listed a pronunciation down below. The literal meaning of Fehu is cattle, which is often interpreted for wealth, and this rune is associated with the god Frey. Common interpretations of this include prosperity, abundance, reward, good health, and beginnings. Fehu. If you're taking notes, at the end of each of these runes, you may want to say the rune to yourself. Hold the image of the rune in your mind and think of the meaning. And then write down the symbol for Fehu. Okay, let's move forward. Urus. Urus makes the U sound. Its literal meaning is aurochs, which is a wild ox that's now extinct. It's associated with brute strength. Common interpretations of this include strength, health, power, energy, endurance, and the creative force. Urus. Thorisas literally means giant. It also can mean thorn, and it's commonly associated with the god Thor. Common interpretations are danger, warning, protection, contemplation, decisive action, and luck. Thurisas. Our third rune is Asus. Asus is associated with the god or the Aesir. The chief of the Aesir, commonly associated with this, is the god Odin. Or Asus may refer to any ancestral gods. It also literally means ash tree, which is one of the trees associated with Yggdrasil. Common interpretations include communication, wisdom, divine power, and a message. Asus. Our next rune is Rytho. Rytho literally means ride, journey, often associated with a vehicle. Common interpretations are to travel, movement, reunion, change. Rytho. Kenaz. The meaning of Kenaz is very unclear, but some interpretations have determined it may mean ulcer. As the use of it has expanded, it started to be referring to torch or light. So common interpretations are fire, heat, guide, mortality, breakthrough, and creative fire. Kenaz. Gebu. Gebu literally means gift, associated with generosity and hospitality. Common interpretations include friendship, harmony, talents, and giving care. Gebu. Wanyu. Wanyu literally means joy, it's pleasure, and it is hope. Common interpretations are happiness, success, harmony, good relationships. And when I look at the symbol of this rune, I immediately noticed it looked like a flag or a pennant. You would wave with your happy, hooray! Wanyu, joy. So that completes Frezeta. The second group of 8 runes are Hegel's Eta, or some interpretations call it Heimdall's Eta. The god Heimdall is the guardian of the gods, who stands watch over Yggdrasil's rainbow bridge. Heimdall is attested as possessing foreknowledge, keen sight, and hearing. One interpretation of the runes of this Eta are that they speak to the unavoidable experiences of life, destruction, change, stalled progress, and even unexpected luck. They help us navigate the more difficult aspects of our life path and remind us that nothing lasts forever. Perhaps with his keen senses and foreknowledge, Heimdall can warn us of such things. Once again, note that the meanings listed here are interpretations. We're going to get into each of them in more detail now. Hagala. Pause that because I know it gets loud. Hagalas literally means hail or precipitation. Limitations. Common interpretations include destruction, chaos, interference, misfortune, and transformation. Hagalas. Nauthiz speaks of need and patience. Just as Gebu was symbolized by giving care, Nauthiz can symbolize receiving care. I also see the scarcity or an empty field being plowed as the need of growth. So along those lines, common interpretations are necessity, scarcity, absence, restriction. The festive fire, desire, self-reliance, and receiving care. Nauthiz. Isa. Isa means ice or to freeze. Common interpretations include obstacles, standstill, stagnation, delay, coldness, solidify, hard, immovable. Isa. Yira means year, like a good year, the harvest, or plenty. Common interpretations: abundance, reward, fruition, growth, but also the natural cycle, fertility.
I think it froze for some reason. Like your audio's coming in.
My audio's coming in?
But the presentation on comparison. Just
Oh. Just a minute, everybody. I've just been alerted that we have some technical difficulties.
that's
All right. I know some people might have been frustrated with that. Let me Let me back up the slide a few, and I will quickly go over the ones that we've missed. So, just a moment.
Actually, no, let's say that. It's still behind here.
Let's start this over. So, hail, Angela, destruction, chaos, healing, misfortune, transformation, Angela. Nauthies. It speaks of need. Common interpretations are necessity, scarcity, abundance, restriction. The festive fire, desire, self-reliance, and receiving care. Isa literally means ice, or to freeze. Common interpretations include obstacles, standstill, stagnation, delay, coldness, solidify, hard, immovable. Isa. Yira. Yira means a year, like a good year. It looks forward through all the seasons, and it hopes for plenty. Common interpretations are abundance, reward, fruition, growth, the natural cycles, fertility, promotion, and dividends. Iwas. Iwas literally means a yew tree. You may start to notice there are many trees in the Elder Futhark. And a yew tree, yew trees represent, well, the yew tree is a highly toxic plant to humans and animals. Poisons made from the yew were used both in murder and suicide. The yew is also considered a tree of life. It is an evergreen that can live thousands of years. When a yew tree dies, it can be regenerated by its own daughter trees that grow inside the decaying trunk. And that's why common interpretations include both death and rebirth, regeneration, the life cycle, change, new beginnings, and magic. Iwas. Pertho, or Perod. The meaning of this one is also unclear, but it may be, in many interpretations included, meaning a pear tree. So the meaning of this rune has not been agreed upon by scholars, but as a symbol, it is found as a receptacle used for casting lots, like the modern dice cup. It is associated with divination and discovering hidden knowledge. I also think of the phrase, "The dice have been cast," or "What will be, when I see this symbol. As a pear tree, its common interpretations include fruitfulness, but it's also for a windfall, a luck, chance, revelation, secrets, and mystery, as the meaning is unclear. Pertho. Ilhas. Ilhez. It literally means elk. It is a symbol of protection. As you can see, the elk's horns are similar to the shape. It is often a sigil of shielding. Common interpretations are defense, opportunity, prepared, direct action. Elhaz. Sowilo. Literally just means the sun. So common interpretations are light, energy, clarity, success, good health, and the truth. Now that finishes our Hegel's Eta. The third and final group of 8 runes are Tyr's Eta. The runes of Tyr's Eta speak to the aspects of the dance between the visible and the invisible realms, with runes directly connecting to ancient deities, natural forces, and humanity itself. Tiwas. This symbol is a symbol for the god Tyr. It is associated with sacrifice. As we know, Tyr sacrificed his sword hand in the binding of Fenrir. So that's the chief attribute here, is sacrifice. Common interpretations include courage, justice, victory, strength, a guiding star, passion, and masculine power. Tiwas. Berkana literally means birch. Here we have another tree, but in addition, the birch is associated with new beginnings, growth, regeneration. But they also refer to the birch goddess, which is the great mother, or Mother Earth, associated with feminine power and family. Berkana. Elwas. Iwas. Its literal meaning is horse. Common interpretations are faith, loyalty, trust, movement, travel, and change. Trust is involved immensely between a horse and his rider. Irwas. Manas, which means man. Common interpretations are mankind, human, humanity, self, support, assistance, intelligence, and family. As in one's own family. Manas. Lagus, which means water, lake, or the sea. Interpretations include flow, intuition, the unconscious, psychic abilities, the feminine, and growth. Lagus. Ingwas. Ingwas is associated with the god Ing, or Ingiv, Freya, which is the proper name for Freyr, which simply meant Lord. It's associated with fertility, male virility, as you may see in some of the idols to Freyr. Channeling energy, creative energy, safety, and completion. Inglas. Dagas. Dagas literally means day. I know we already had one for the sun, but this is, instead of just the power of the sun, think about daylight, or the sunrise. Common interpretations include daylight, success, hope, breakthrough, transformation, and balance. Dagas. The balance is referring to the separation of day and night. And now our last rune, Othila, or Oda. It means heritage, estate, possession. We're talking about inheritance, ancestral lands, tradition, and family ties. Othila. Now that completes the runes of the Elder Futhark. I've included a link on What's Up at CUUPs, so you can go back over this in its entirety as many times as you want. The video is still going to be here. And I think now it is time for us to go to our closing of CUUPs. Brúnn, would you help me with the closing now?
Sure.
Let me get us all good. Hello, everybody.
So first, we're going to do the update. Slight technical difficulties. Facebook doesn't like anything beyond just camera. It's not very well built, to be honest.
We are making it do more. There.
Okay. So Brúnn asked me to lead the chant and the closing as well, and I will gladly do so. So we're going to first start out with the immunity chant that has been happening for the virtual classes so far, because we want to really drive this magic in, make it stronger, and keep it going. We have featured our Corbin, apparently. So the immunity chant. May your immune system hold.
May your immune system hold.
May you flatten the curve, and may you keep safe inside your walls.
May you flatten the curve, and may you keep safe inside your walls.
May your immune system hold.
May your immune system hold.
May you flatten the curve and protect you and yours.
May you flatten the curve and protect you and yours.
May your immune system hold.
May your immune system hold.
May you flatten the curve and keep out the bully germs that threaten to knock you down.
May you flatten the curve and keep out the bully germs that threaten to knock you down.
May your immune system hold.
May your immune system hold.
May you flatten the curve and protect hearth and home.
May you flatten the curve and protect hearth and home.
May your immune system hold.
May your immune system hold.
May you flatten the curve, and though outside forces seem to ask for your submission, may your immune system hold.
May you flatten the curve, and though outside forces may seem to ask for your submission, may your immune system hold.
May you flatten the curve.
May you flatten the curve.
May your immune system hold.
May your immune system hold.
May you flatten the curve.
May you flatten the curve.
May your immune system hold.
May your immune system hold.
So
mote it be.
And then the one other thing that Brúnn asked me to do, he heard one of my guided meditations that I do here and there. I've been starting to stream them a lot more, and he asked me to do one of them. I had it up, we pull it up one more time, because it kind of went away.
Thank you, Red.
Mm-hmm. And this one's just a much shorter meditation than I normally do. If you've heard my meditations before, they start with this big countdown intro that gets people more in the mood. This one is just small and easy. So I want everyone to close your eyes and breathe deeply. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One last time. Breathe in and then breathe out. The white orb of light appears before you. It is piercing in this darkness around you. It starts to grow larger and brighter. It grows and grows. It gets bigger and bigger. Until it's all around you. You feel a warmth inside you. You start to smile. You start to smile as a happiness washes over you. Because if you're alone, you now know that you aren't alone. Because I am here with you. Because we are all here with you. If you feel unloved, know that I love you. Know that all of us here love you. Each and every one of you are amazing and great human beings, worthy of so much. This orb of light carries with it all the love, hope, and happiness from us all. Look how big and bright it is. Look how easily it pierces the darkness. The orb enters each of us and fills us with joy and love. Now go out into the world, or rather don't go out into the world. Stay home, stay safe. And be filled with that love and joy from each other. And should the dark come creeping back, come to each and every one of us, for now virtually, and we will recharge that light together. Because there is a light in each of us, and together we burn bright.
Thank you, Ren. Now let's close our circle.
Okay.
Blow out.
Blow out these candles real quick. And go ahead and update the thing for everyone else if they need it.
Oh, do I have that song?
It's you wrote it down. If not, that's okay.
No, it's the end.
Okay. Well, we see if I can. I'm pretty sure I can do it by memory. We blow out this candle. burn, or that's the intro. We blow out this candle and hold it dear to everyone gathered here. Safe journey home, and I'm forgetting it.
And health,
my friends. Until this candle burns bright again.
Merry meet,
merry heart, and merry meet again. Doing it live!
Thank you all for joining us here, and thank you all for joining CUUPs. I'm glad that I was able to broadcast here. I'll take a few moments to look at the live chat to see if there's anything else we need to see or talk about. Yes, stay home and stay safe. Thank you. Thank you, Birch, for saying hi to Corbin.
He appreciates it.
Thank you, Diane. I'm glad you loved it. I'm glad you all were here. Thank you all.